So yesterday we have discussed how do we handle the grids, how do we view the tabular format, how do we delete it, and how do we deal with all those situations. Now, I will be discussing a very popular concept in Selenium that is called as relative locators. This is a very popular concept since the time Selenium 4 has come into the market. So, let me show you this. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So, these many days when we were doing automation testing, so the thing was, uh, we always used to say like we just used to enter the details or something like that. But if I want to say that this enter your first name field is present below personal information, enter your last name is present to the right side of first name, enter your email address is present below, choose a strong password. These kind of UI validations were something that was a very big problem to really cope up with. That is why relative locators are come into picture. This is a some sort of advanced locators, and the regular locators will not come into picture. Instead of me giving some theory about regular relative locators, let's directly jump into it. Let me say it's introduced in Selenium 4 onwards. Okay. So generally how we write with respect to personal information, how do we enter the data here? H3 text equal to personal information slash following sibling of div slash input. So this is how we write, right? First name, last name. This is how we validate all the details. But the thing is, when I say following sibling, the following sibling can be anywhere, right? It can be on the right hand side. It can be on the bottom of the page. It can be on the left hand side. We're not so sure, right? You got the point, guys? What we are trying to discuss? So here the challenge is we are writing following sibling input. We are able to find and we are able to do it. But the thing is, I want to know whether this personal information is present at the below of this, to the right of this, to the left of what? I'm not so sure. So in order to tackle the situation, Selenium has introduced the concept of relative locators. So what I will do, I will say I have the concept called as relative by. Well, let me do one thing. Let me say a start. So what I will say, let me write the code first. dot dot below of by dot xpath h3 text equal to personal information. So what we are doing here in with respect to relative locators, we have five different types. One is above, one is below, one is to left of, two right of, two right, two left, near. These are the different types of relative locators that we have. That means what? Whatever ID attribute that I have with first name, it should be present below this personal information heading. Got it? Whatever ID attribute is there now, it should be present below this personal information. The text box, which is having the ID equal to first name, shall be present below the heading personal information. Okay. Now what I will do, I will say driver dot. So let me not use any framework approaches today. I'll just give it a break. Let me find the elements regularly. R dot send keys allow date. Got it? So what I will do, let me button underscore explore section dot click. Okay. So let us see whether this is working properly or not. So you're able to enter the data here, that is hello data. Got it? Now, instead of below, I will say above. What will happen? Let's see. Now you see it throws an error. What is error? It is saying no such element exception cannot locate an element using unknown locator. So ideally this XPath is right. But what we are telling that this ID first name shall be present above this text equal to personal information. So that is the wrong approach. With this, what we can do, we can actually do the UI testing and check whether that field is present below this personal information tab or above the personal information tab, And if someone has changed the location of the elements also, it can detect and let us know what are the challenges that we are facing. Got it? Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts, guys? All good? Ramesh, Asha, Kushali, all good? Now, I want to enter my last name, which is present on the right hand side of the first name, which is present on the right hand side of the first name. Are equal to relative dot with dot to the right of. So what we are checking here, we are checking that the last name field shall be present to the right side of the first name field. Is this clear? Any doubts? Guys, if you're silent, then I cannot even really understand whether you are able to understand.
Questions, Ragul. I don't want to interrupt your flow.
Mm, okay, great.
I thought of asking questions later.
We are checking that the last name field shall be present to the right side of the first name field. So that means what? If you see here, whatever enter your first name is there, whatever the enter your last name is there, it should be present on the right hand side of it. It should not be present on the left hand side, or it should not be present at the top, or it should not be present at the bottom. That is what is my agenda. Okay. Now, what is the next validation I want to do? The next validation I want to do is whatever the personal information tab is there, section is there, it shall be present above account information. It should not be present anywhere. String text equal to personal information dot above by dot x path of h3 account information. Got it? Got it? We are checking whether the personal information heading is present above the account information tab. Got it? Great. Great. So this is how we need to deal with the locators. Perfect. So we have seen how to use above, to the right of, and to the right of, and we have also seen how do we use below. Got it? Now what is remaining? We can also see the another concept called as left, left of. So what I want to do, if you scroll down here, so I will take this city attribute. R equal to relative locator dot with by dot country. It is present to the left of. Got it? So what we are checking here, we are checking whether this enter your city is present on the left hand side of select country. Got it? Select by index of 3. So got it? We are checking whether the country drop down is present to the left side of the city. Got it? Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts? So we have covered some fundamentals about this concept. Let me know if you have any doubts or anything before I go for the next topic.
Can I ask my question now?
Yeah.
So I'm just relating with locators and relative locators, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
so locators are go based on IDs, right?
Whatever XPath ID, CSS, whatever it is.
But here I'm noticing that you're going based on the tag names, right? Like personal information, something like. So it's not based on ID, right?
So here what we are doing is we are taking two locators. So one is what we are checking. This is my reference locator. Here, what we are checking here, whether it is present on the left hand side of the city attribute. Now we are taking this personal information heading. We are checking whether this personal information heading is present above the account information locator. So we are having two references. One is the target locator and one is the source. So from this source, I am checking whether it is above above the source. From this source, I am checking whether this last name is present on the right hand side. From this source, I'm checking whether this ID first name is present below this source. You got the point? It's like, remember we do UI validations, Ramesh, that this so and so field should be present below this as per the Figma diagram. So and so field should be present above this as per the Figma diagram. You remember those UI validations that we used to do?
Yeah. Well, just think if you can relate with the form, right? Can you show the form on the side? So,
Yeah. So if you see the form here, this is a personal information. As per the diagram, what we need to do, it shall be the first name and last name shall be present below this heading. It should not be present on the right hand side of the heading, right? So what we are doing here, you see, by dot ID of first name means what? This is the element that is used to locate the first name. What we are saying below means it shall be below of this heading personal information. Got it?
I got it. But when you go with the first name and last name, right? You're saying
Hmm.
right?
Sorry. This
Go with
first part is clear for you,
last name.
Ramesh?
Yeah, that part is clear. But below that, we have two elements, right?
Yes.
Last name.
So what we are saying, this last name where it shall be present on the right hand side of first name, right?
Okay.
So this I by dot ID of first name is my source. So from this source, the element should be present on the right hand side. Or else think it this way. This is my target locator. Where it shall be present? It shall be present on the right hand side of the first name. Got it?
I'm getting it. So right now we have two elements. I might be putting in question if there are four elements, right?
Then there is another concept called as straight write-off.
Okay.
Now, your question is like for suppose, let me take this gender.
Let's take this example, right? We have date, birth, and then below that you have United Kingdom.
Yes,
So
yes. Let me take that. Let me take this example. Let me take ID equal to date of birth. Relative locator dot width dot to write off. Got it? Now what we are telling here, this enter your city shall be present on the right hand side. You got it, Ramesh? So what we are doing here, Ramesh, that this city, whatever field is there, shall be present on the right hand side of the date of birth. Got it? So let me run this code. So if you see, it is saying that it is exactly on the right hand side. So this right hand side includes anywhere, right, Ramesh? You got the point?
got it.
This right hand side, whatever I say, it can be inclusive of everything. It's generally to the right hand side. But if you want to say that, okay, this date of birth shall be adjacent to this, exactly to this is what is your question, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Mhm.
So if you want to check those kind of exact nature, we have a function called as straight write-off. If you really want to check, if you want to check whether this date and this city are adjacent to each other, then you have a concept called as straight write-off.
Okay. Okay. The previous one, it can search anywhere in the right.
Yes. So what we are doing now, we are checking whether the city field is adjacent adjacent to the adjacent to date of birth field. Now if you see, it will throw an error. This is not adjacent to my right side, right? You got the point, Ramesh? That this is not adjacent to me. It is on the right side. I agree, but it's not on the same line, right?
Straight right off.
If you see the UI, it's not on the same line. That's why it will throw an error. Got it?
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Like this, we have straight left off, straight above, straight below.
Okay, got it.
Again, it depends on your UI, your understanding of UI testing and all these things. I mean, I'm leaving it to your discretion, but it's my job to give you all the ingredients. That's it.
Yeah, when to use this? When to use this locators and relative locators?
Relative locators, we generally use it in a situation that, I mean, I'll tell you the one thing, Ramesh. Like in experts, you have learned what is following sibling, preceding sibling. You have learned all these things, right? Ramesh, yes or no?
Yes, yes, yeah.
So you don't want to write some following sibling or something like that, but you know this is something that is present on the right hand side. So with the relative locators, we can use this. You don't want to write following sibling, preceding, descendant, all these things you don't want to write now. So we can use this relative locators. Like this is my attribute, and this value, whatever is there, this is present below this. Got it?
Okay, it's much simpler than the locators.
It's much simpler than the locators, but you need to be very smart when to use what. You need to know which direction you have going, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
It is simpler for the people who can easily skim the web page. Skim the web page means like they can by the look of the HTML page, they can say, okay, this learn console is present below practice form. This element locator is present below practice form. That kind of a visualization you need.
Can we say
Got
that
it?
all validations we have to use locators, and for all this called checks of the fields,
Hmm.
it use relative locators?
Yes, yes. Especially for UI validations, we use it. But for the people who are new to Xpath, but they have some deliverables to do, they can also use relative locators. But the thing with relative locators is you need to know a relationship, like from where to where, who is the source, who is the target. You need to know all those things, Rami.
Got it, Rahul. Yeah, I got it.
So you need to know the relation to it. Similar to dot straight right off, we can also have dot straight left off, straight above, straight below. These are the different types of locators that we can still have. Got it? Is this clear, right? All good so far. So this is the concept of relative locators. So this is what is all about the relative locators, and it's time for you to practice, guys. Like you have to practice all the relative locators. So do a testing, like take this testing process side, what we are working on a daily basis. Try to use relative locators, like find all the elements using relative locators, like first name, last name shall be below this personal information, email address shall be present below this account information, or you need to try to Fill this form using the relative locators. Then you'll understand what to do when. Got it? Or you can say, I want to get this error message that is present below this field only. This error message shall be present below this field. It should not be present above this field. You can do validation like this also. Clear?
I mean, you did this example in locators also, right? The personal information thing. So we can compare that Java program with this Java
Yeah,
program.
yeah, you can do it like you see here. You can compare again. Just compare it again, like practice button, enter username, link text, partial link text. Got it? Clear? Is this clear, everyone? All good?
Will be clear by practice only.
Yes, yes. Great. All good.
I have one more question. If I'm not sure about left or right, can I use negative condition like or left of this or right of this, something like that?
Sorry.
So if I'm not sure, right? So can I, because anywhere you didn't use and or, right? So can we use those kind of conditions?
And or means?
Like I can say that it's the first name is below this and left of last name, right of the left of last name, something like that.
We can do that. It's all about playing the game. It's all in the gameplay. Great. Great. Everything is pushed into the GitHub. You can have a look at it.
Thanks
So
for